Hi there guys, today I'm going to be taking a look at Springtomize 3 and a much awaited tweak and the follow-up to Springtomize 2 for iOS 6. So it places an icon on your springboard from where you can access its settings, and you can also get to this through the settings app itself. So first off, up top you've got a kill switch just to enable or disable the tweak. It's pretty self-explanatory. Next up you've got animations. So in here you can set a custom speed for your animations. So I've got this set all the way down currently at the minimum. So if we just take a look at that, so what it means is your animations for opening applications is much reduced and looks a lot quicker. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. So we'll just head back into that. We'll go to it through the settings this time, just to show you Springtomize has its own setting pane there, and you come back to exactly the same screen. So we'll just change this up. So if you have this set around about 1, that's the default for iOS 7. So let's just slow them down. So each time you do this you need to tap and then respring your device. So each time I respring I'll just cut that out so this video doesn't run for like 2 hours. Okay, so now opening applications is much slower, and going into multitasking animation is slow, and back to the home screen like so. So you can see that's all a lot slower. So we head over to Springtomize. I'll just turn the animations back to the quicker. Next section is App Slider. So this is basically your multitasking. From here you can hide the icons that are displayed underneath the card previews. You can resize the cards themselves, so let's make those a lot bigger just so we can notice the difference. And you can change the action on the home card. When you swipe that up, normally it does nothing, and you can change that to perform a respring if you like. It's just no action or a respring. That's the only options in there. So we go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll take a look at our app switcher now. So it has no icons underneath the card previews, and as you can see they're a lot bigger. So that's what we've done with the app switcher. So we'll head back to Springtomize. I'll just go in here, we'll turn this back to the regular settings. And then our next section is Control Center. So you can hide the separators. So on Control Center you can see each section has a lines in between it, so it'll take away those lines. And then you can hide individual sections. So for this demonstration we'll just hide the media controls, and we'll just go ahead and respring that. Okay, so if we take a look at Control Center now, you can see it has no separating lines and the media controls are no longer there as we set in Springtomize. So we'll head back in. So let's go to Control Center. Now, I quite like that separators hidden, so I'm going to keep that on, but I'm going to bring the media controls back. Next section is Dock. So we've got Hide Dock, where you can entirely hide the dock, and the icons down there just act as all the other icons do, and scroll across and swipe across with the page. You can hide the background, so if you don't like the iOS 7 style background, you can make the dock transparent, so we'll do that. We can resize the icons in the dock, so let's make them a little bit bigger. You can hide the labels for the docked icons, so we'll do that. You can have more or less icons in the dock, so let's take it down. Actually, let's take it up to 5. And you can have a cover flow effect. And the reverse cover flow effect gives it a convex appearance, and the regular cover flow is a concave appearance. And you have adjustment sliders here for the factor and the perspective, which just alters how severe the cover flow effect is. So we'll just take a look at that. Okay, so we take a look at the dock. The first thing you'll notice, it's completely transparent, so there's no iOS 7 style shading. You can see the icons are a little bit bigger, and we can now have 5 icons in the dock. We just put another one in there, and we have this kind of concave cover flow style dock. So that's pretty cool. So let's take that one back out of there, and let's head back over to Springtomize. And let's put the dock back to normal, so we'll just turn some of these options back off and turn that back to 4. And the next section is to do with the folders, and there's all kinds of crazy things you can do with the folders. You can have nested folders, that's folders within folders. You can pinch to close your folders, put a transparent background on. That one's pretty rubbish. We'll do fast open and close, which just changes the animation speed. We can resize the icons, so let's just make these really tiny. We'll go down to 45%, and then you can change how many columns and rows you have. So let's do we'll have a 5 by 5 layout within your folders. You can have the cover flow effect if you want, that I just showed you on the dock. It's basically that within a folder, so we won't bother with that. And we'll just take a look at that one. Okay, so we'll head over and take a look at our folders. Let's go into a folder here, and you see all kinds of crazy. There's no background on the folder. We've got a 5x5 layout, although I don't have enough icons to demonstrate that. You still get your paging like normal. And yeah, the icons have gone crazy small as well. So that was the folders. Let's go back into Springtomize. And let's just pop some of that stuff back as it was. And then we'll go to the next section is icons. So you can hide updates, so that's any newly updated ones have that blue dot, you can get rid of that. You can lock the layout to prevent icons from being moved, so let's pop that on. Disable jiggling if you don't want to jiggle in jiggle mode. Disable uninstalling so you can't delete icons in case you want someone not to delete them accidentally. Hide all the badges if you want. Your icon image effects, so let's just put this onto sepia. And then you can change the colour of the badges if you want. And you have options to hide various icons as well. So we'll just stick with that. Okay, so here you can see the sepia effect on the icons. If I go into jiggle mode, they do still jiggle because I didn't turn it off, but I did turn off moving icons. So as you can see, I can't drag an icon and move it at all. So that's the different ones I put onto that. Let's head back into Springtomize. So put some of my icons back to normal and turn that to none. So the next section we have is to do with the lock screen. You can hide the camera grabber. I'm not going to do that because it takes away the functionality of having the camera grabber as well. Slider style, you can have some custom text in here. So I've got the custom text set to I would to 76. And then you can change the time and the date. You can change the font size on those, but I'll just leave those alone. So all I've changed on my lock screen is the custom text instead of slide to unlock. Okay, so I'll just head over to the lock screen. So all I changed was the slide to unlock text, and as you see it says I would to 76 there. So that's all we did with that one. So next up, the most interesting part for me is this pages section. So from here you can hide the page dots, which I like to do. You can disable spotlight if you like, if you don't use it. You can resize your icons, so let's just take those down to, just take them down a little bit to 95%. You can hide the icon labels. You can change how many columns and rows you have. So let's change it to 3 columns. We'll leave the rows on default. And you can have a cover flow effect again if you wish on your springboard icons. But we'll just take a look, see what that looks like. So here we go, you can see the icons no longer have the icon labels for the application names. They've been slightly reduced in size, and we've got a 3x5 layout as set. Also notice there's no page dots in between, just above the dock there, as you'd normally have. And when you remove page dots in that section, the page dots in a folder are also gone. You can see no page dots in my games folder here. So that's pretty cool. So let's head back to Springtomize. So the final section is the status bar. So custom carrier, you can just change the carrier logo, put in any custom string of text you like. Same again with the time, so let's just do that one with the time, and we'll just put in, we'll just type in hello, so you'll have hello in the center instead of time. And then you can just turn off various different things that get displayed in the status bar. So let's turn off the battery image, so I'll just have the battery percentage. The rest of them I find useful, but obviously if you want a minimal look in your status bar, you don't want to be clustered up with loads of icons. If you've got lots of stuff going on that has an icon, you can turn these off as you wish. But I'll just turn off that battery image, and obviously I've got a custom string set of the time now in the center. So we'll just take a look at that. We go with the status bar customization. As you see in the center where the time would normally be, it now says hello, my custom string of text, and you see there's no battery image over on the right hand side, just a percentage. So that's it guys for Springtomize 3, just a quick look so you can get an idea of some of the stuff you can do with it. It's a pretty awesome tweak. It takes care of a lot of jobs that were previously done by several different tweaks. So you can probably go ahead, delete a couple of tweaks you've got, and just have Springtomize 3 taking care of it all. Thanks very much for watching.